We give praise, esteem, and honor to the Most High Yahuwah Ba'Shem Yahushua this day. John chapter 5, verse 39. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of niggas got a problem with the kid, man. Ask a nigga, do I care? Ask me if I care. I don't care. You know the only thing we care about? Getting this money. When we talk about getting this money, getting them riches that come, getting that gold that's tried through the fire that I might be rich.
Laying it up.
No, I don't care nothing about no Federal Reserve, no. That's just to get some stuff done in the community. You know what I'm saying? When I say community, I mean my people first and then my people. You know what I'm talking about? If you understand what I'm talking about. Because got to have some capital to make some stuff happen. You know what I'm saying? Get some capital, we do all type of things. I said, they come to me and say, hey boy, I want to do this right here. Yeah, how much you going to cost? This. Do what you do.
Cooperative economics.
Yeah, do what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up. Just like, okay, when he was talking about it, he said, yeah boy, I might need a couple $100,000 for that. Do what you do. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I don't care. Nigga, do what you do. That's what you want to do? If a nigga come to me, my people, I'm talking about people I deal with, they come to me and say, I got an idea to do this. And they can show me that it's feasible, and he got a plan to do it, you know what I'm talking about, and run it down, and I got the cash. All right, man, do what you do, man. Holler at me when you're done. I mean, why not? Why? That's what white people do.
Every time.
That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, right, we can have a difference of opinion or point of view on something, but this nigga come tell me, hey, man, I need $250,000 to do this here, and we got it. Do what you do. You know what I'm saying? Just give me a quarterly report, man. I'm not finna be up your butt about that. Do what you do. For real, though. But guess what? That's how it's supposed to be, though. Do what you do. All you got to do is have a detailed plan on it and what you doing. They just ain't going to give you no cash.
How's it going to be executed?
That's it. You know what I'm saying? They ain't going to give you no cash. I'm going to start my own slaughterhouse. Well, what you going to do to start it? I just want to start it. You holler at me when you got a plan, nigga. But you come at me and say, hey, I'm trying to do this here, man. I got the farm over here, boop, boop, boop. I'm telling you about it.
That was off a movie.
You know what I'm saying? And my people go, I don't know. And my people gonna send me the stuff on paper. And you see it on paper, wow, line up. This sound like this can work. Cut the check for that man. You know what I'm saying? If it's April, holler at me in October. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that's when the quarterly is or whenever it is. You know, no, I go to third. So.
Quarterly.
That could be by December.
Every 3 months.
Every 3 months? Yes, yeah, holler at me about October. That sounds about right. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's supposed to be, though. That's what white people do. You know what I'm saying? You got to turn around and do the same thing. Say, search the scriptures for any of you think you have eternal life, and they are they which testify of me, and you will not come to me that you might have life. I receive not honor from men, but I know you, that you have not the love of Elohim in you. Look at Isaiah chapter 16. I will say this here without going. I do respect that move though. That was against the move though.
What I said?
No, on her part to take that off.
Oh yeah.
It was against the move though. Because a petty nigga would have left.
Yeah. She said I don't support that.
That's basically what I'm saying.
No, she was fine. She said it.
Straight. I ain't on that. You know what I'm talking about? I can respect that though, because I did the same thing. It don't matter, hey man, whatever we got, if I'm beefing with somebody or whatever, we might have had this there, but nigga, hey boy, you keep that over here.
Yeah.
Go. You keep that over there. You know what I'm saying? That's what you supposed to do though. You keep that over there. Mainly because nigga, we done killed that. That's over with. You keep that over there, nigga. That nigga sitting there, boy, what's wrong with you, boy?
Is that white only pie?
You sat down like
What's
nigga.
that nigga pie?
This nigga pie.
Nigga ate
Thank
my last
you.
nigga.
Thank you. Troy said it's nigga pie.
16 and 1 though.
I'm gonna tell you.
16 and 1. Send ye the lamb to the ruler from the land of Selah to the wilderness unto the mount of the daughter of Zion. For it shall be that as a wandering bird cast out of the nest, so the daughters of Moab shall be at the fords of Arnon. Take counsel. Execute judgment. Make thy shadow as the night. In the midst of the noonday, hide the outcast. Berate not him that wanders. For any of y'all previously, how many of y'all have actually read that verse before? How many of y'all have read this chapter before? You done read it before? And previously when you looked at it, if you feel up to it, because he's in pain right now. What did you think it was talking about?
Isaiah, right?
Isaiah 16 and 1 is the last. He telling you, hello? He telling you to send the lamb to the ruler. Hello? Shalom. When we look at ruler here, that word is mashal, and that is to have dominion or reign, or to cause the rule, or to exercise dominion.
Did you say 16?
That's 16.
That's well, I guess you were looking at Yahuwah being a ruler and the lamb being a Mashiach. You sending his son back to him.
When we look at Selah, that means the rock, and it's a place in Edom. Now I'm asking y'all, what was y'all understanding of that verse previously? Because I know what a lot of other Israelites' understanding of this verse is. So
I never paid attention to it.
The Mashiach coming to the earth, I say the Mount of Zion. I'm thinking that's Joshua. It's him.
Now when you look at Nadab, that's to retreat, to flee, to depart, to remove, to wander, or to stray, or to flutter, or to chase away. When he says, for it shall be as a wandering bird cast out of the nest. So when we look at cast out, we're going to get shalak, which is to send away. I'm just trying to, this is what a lot of people say, that the Hamashiach will be in the wilderness with us. When you look at most Israelites, when they read this, this is what they say.
Send the lamb to the ruler of the lamb. Okay, I see it now.
This is what most Israelites go through when they deal with this. When you look at nest, it's con, and it's nest of bird or cells like nests in Noah's Ark. But then he tells you that they're going to go to the daughters of Moab, or the nest of the daughters of Moab shall be at the fords of Arnon. When we look at fords, that's to pass by. When we look at Arnon, that's a rushing stream. It's a river surrounding valley in Palestine. It forms the border of Moab. So when you're telling him to send ye the lamb to the ruler, or send the lamb to have dominion to the rock, to the wilderness, unto the mount of the daughter of Zion, what would y'all think that's actually telling us? Let's look and see, right? You want to see this? Yeah. Let's look at Acts chapter 1 and verse 11 real fast. And let's look at the rock. Because he's saying, send ye the lamb.
It's like, when I think of the wilderness, it's saying, send Mashiach.
Hold on, matter of fact, before we look at that, I can understand that though. That's one. Go to Revelation chapter 12 first. Revelation chapter 12 first, and probably about verse 13. What kind of pie is it?
What? I'm just playing.
Blueberry.
You're finna say white's only pie.
White's only pie.
White's on the pie.
That's a white's only pie, boy.
It's mixed. Mixed people. Light skin.
Very tight.
Put this on to the side for us, please, Shayla. Revelation 12 and 13.
That's a nigga pie.
That's a nigga pie. Listen to it now. He say, when the serpent saw that he was cast unto the earth, he persecuted the women which brought forth the man-child. And to the women were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place, where she is nourished for a time, and times, and a half a time from the face of the serpent. So now when we sitting back looking at this here, we got to deal with this here, because I've been talking about this here. Let's see why there would be a need to flee into the wilderness from the face of this serpent. Because this is talking about, because when you look at talking about going in the wilderness, is not for all of the people. Some of the people will be here, but Hamashiach will not be there with you. He's telling them to send the lamb to the rock where the people are in the wilderness. This is what he's telling them.
So Mashiach got to come up.
He got to come get you. He's not there with you. He didn't say that he would be there with you. It said to send him. So then we got to establish who's sending him and why. Right? Daniel 7:20. Take a whole different. I might not get Ezekiel 23. This hit me earlier today when I was in the toilet. I was reading, you know what I'm saying? Read that, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can hear me back there? Yeah. All right. 7:20.
You've been eating too much ice cream.
And it says, and of the 10 horns that were in his head, of the other which came up before him, 3 fell. Every horn that had eyes, and a mouth that spake very great things, whose look was more stout than his fellow. I beheld, and the same made war with the Kadeshim, and prevailed against them. Listen to the key thing he's going to tell you. Until the Ancient of Days came, and judgment was given to the Kadeshim of the Most High, and the time was come that the Kadeshim possessed the kingdom. So he's sitting here telling you that this person is going to come and wear out or kill this man's sanctified one. But hold on, because we're going to have to establish who a sanctified one is for anybody that might be wondering. So while we hold in Revelation chapter 12, you put your finger on Daniel chapter 7 and get you Psalms 50 and 3. And after you get you Psalms 50 and 3, go and get you Acts 26 and 14 and see what sanctifies you. And then we'll get 1 Thessalonians chapter 4. See what you got to do to be saved. See, a lot of people don't want to be. See, a lot of people heard the word and it didn't give them no purpose. They just heard it. It fell in dry ground. They didn't break up their fallow ground, like Jose told you. You should break up your fallow ground. You know what I'm saying? 50-3. Make it 2. Matter of fact, make it 1. Because it said send ye the lamb to the ruler, so I guess we'll hit all that there too. I ain't forgot about Ezekiel 23. We just had to work it a little different. Because there's a whole lot of stuff I got to hit for the week out. And I still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more days to do it. If the Most High spare our life and don't let us die and Matthew coming up and coming. You'll never know now. Always remember this here, man, because he tell you this here. Whether it be storms, whether it be pestilence, whether it be the sword, that man want to get the wicked out here, he got ways to get you from around here. And some he preserve the wicked to the day of his coming and kill him then. You know what I'm saying? See, a lot of niggas talk this, that, day, and the third, but I'm going to tell you something, man. Niggas lay down and they sleep at night, they know you going to hell, boy. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to express it to nobody else, but you know you going. You know it's waiting on you. Damnation, he said your damnation slumbering. Now, he was talking about false prophet, but even people, nigga, you false living, it's waiting on you. It's waiting on you. You know what I'm saying? I tell y'all this here, like I done said it in the past, that some people, he let them sit there to hear the word just so they can go to hell. They can stay listening to it and go to hell, and some depart. But it don't already matter when he got you. You know what I'm saying? I remember one time, I think me and where we was at? I think on Dwight's birthday, we was at some old Japanese steakhouse. And I was on the phone talking to the dude Brandon in Dallas, and the people sitting next to us were ear hustling. You know what I'm saying? And in the midst of ear hustling, you got. Because you done heard, I'm dead serious though. Because see, people sit back and look at the thing for you to get God, that you got to hear the word in-depthly. And you got to sit down and be taught precept on precept, line on line. That ain't what he said. He said this gospel will be preached in the four corners, and in the end gonna come. You gonna hear something. After you done heard it and you done rejected it in your heart, then I got all means to kill you. It's not my desire to kill you. My desire is for you to repent. But I know you don't have a desire to repent. But because I'm merciful, I'm going to give you the opportunity to repent anyway. Even when this man is saying in Revelation he was dropping them plagues on the people, he said they still wouldn't repent from their fornications and their murders and they worshiping idols and serving devils. They still refuse to do it. And you got some people, they hear that word, they refuse to repent, like I told you before. I just said this the other day. What's in your heart come out in your works. You know what I'm talking about? A nigga could be holding on to the word for 3-4 years, but if his heart is pondering upon wicked deeds, eventually they gonna do it. You ain't never seen a nigga go murder a nigga if he wasn't thinking about murdering a nigga. I'm talking about specifically like get up and go shoot somebody. He had been thinking on that for whatever reason. You ain't never seen nobody go steal or go cheat on their wife if they wasn't thinking about doing that. On the flip side, on something on the natural side that's positive, you don't see nobody go get a degree if they hadn't already been thinking about doing it. You don't see nobody go start a business and go do that if they hadn't already been thinking about doing it. Nobody just wakes up one day and say, I want to start a business and just get up and go do it. They had already been having their thoughts in line to go do that. So when you see somebody do wickedness and then they get mad when you point out, nigga, you wicked. Because, nigga, you been thinking about doing that. Now you mad because the nigga pointed it out. You know what I'm saying? Like we were talking about earlier, I was telling dude about a dude that did the video with IUIC. He say when you leave them, they cut you off. That's what I'm telling you, right? That's what they say. But the book tell you to do that, though. You know what I'm saying? The book tell you if somebody who called themselves a brother walk disorderly, it say separate yourself from them. Do you know what I'm saying? And that go back to the law. You know what I'm saying? That they might be shamed. But when you actually do it, niggas get mad and want to say you in a cult, or they want to say that you too religious, or you want to say that you uncaring or unloving. Well, then you got a problem with the man who you profess to believe in because he the one told you to do it. Psalm 51. Look at this, right? Y'all know, I ain't never, how many of y'all can sit back and say, I done told you, oh boy, don't talk to this nigga because they don't come around. Ain't I ever told any of y'all do that? I ain't never told nobody. You talk to who you want to talk to. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna never tell you exclude them. Don't talk. I didn't sit there to tell you if you know niggas doing something sour and you know they doing it, I wouldn't fool with it. I would advise you not to do it because now you a partaker of their evil deeds because you stabbing it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a mind on just because you not doing it with them. That man say if you take pleasure in them that do evil, you worthy of the same judgment. Ain't that what it said? That's what it said, Will. That's ugly then. You better remember what happened to Ananias and Sapphira. What happened to them? Oh, you held back that cash, huh? Oh, say, yeah, the people that pulled your husband up out of here, they finna come pick you up. Because you went along with it. And see, people don't sit back and look at it that there because, like I told y'all the other day, niggas want y'all to move and operate how they want him to move and operate. They want to tell this man how he operate and how he move. That man move how he want to move. That man do what he want to do. You sat back and you can read the word. This man told you, get rid of them strange wives you got. Get rid of them. If you was to do that in these days and times, man, people sit back and look at you crazy. Oh, see, y'all in the coat. Y'all telling people they got to get rid of their wives and their children. You got to cut this person off and cut that person. You ain't got to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? I tell you all the time, you ain't got to do nothing to it. You do what you want to do. If you want your soul saved, you got to do what the book say, though. You ain't got to do what I say. You got to do what the book say, though. All I can give you is a recommended course of action. You can do what you want to with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I try to spare it. If I can see something, man, don't do that. You know what I'm talking about? You do it if you want them. The same way, nigga who was on that popping trash, that nigga that came and told, I should have listened to you. Everything you ever told me not to do, it happened. So why you talking crazy then? That mean I had your best interest at heart. If I'm telling you don't go do this, I could have just said, shoot, nigga. Do what you do, nigga. I ain't even had it like this here, man. That's why I told you, I ain't finna be telling a nigga the same thing 3-4 times no more. I'm gonna tell you one time and I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? And you do what you want to do. Because niggas grown, they gonna do what they want to do anyway. So I ain't got but one conversation for you. And after that there, you can learn a lot from it, dummy. You can crash. Psalm 51. It says, the mighty Elohim have spoken, and the arats from the rising of the sun until the going down thereof. Out of Zion, the perfection of beauty, Elohim have shined. Now you got to remember, right, he's talking about cast your shadow like the noonday. You're going to see what that means, now that that's important. Because all you know what I'm really leading up to is the marriage supper of the Lamb. That's really what I'm working towards.
Sound like you'll be tall. At the noonday. Tall.
That's that 8th day.
Lord. Maybe think of that tree.
Indeed. Our Elohim shall come and shall not keep silence. As a fire shall devour before him, it be very tempestuous round about. What do you think he mean? He say a fire gonna go before him.
Whirlwind.
Y'all a consuming fire.
But guess what? What did the book tell you? With fire and a sword shall he plead with many. Remember what Peter told you, because he was just quoting Yeshayahu. That man say the element's gonna be burnt up with fervent heat. This man say, I judged the earth with water the last time. What are he gonna judge you with this time?
Fire.
You know, fire. So he telling you about his son coming back here. Which is what Isaiah 16 is pointing to. Send ye the lamb to the ruler. Send the lamb to the dominion. So if he's telling you to send the lamb to the dominion, just like Micah tell you, we got to go back to the first dominion. I mean, he's saying, send it to Adam. Because Adam had what? Dominion. Remember how we just read in Psalm 73 last night that had dominion from one end of the sea to the other? He's telling them, go take your rulership. Go get your throne. Go get what's yours. Most Israelites read that and think that Hamashiach going to be in the wilderness and I'm going to be judging. I'm going to purge the rebels. That's not what that's talking about. He never said that. He said, send him to the ruler. Send and ruler, and you look at ruler, you're going to think that's somebody over him when all he was telling them is send him to your dominion or your rule. Take your authority.
I just thought about something. It says that Yah the consuming fire. We know that light comes from fire. When you think about it, all light comes from fire.
Yes, it does. You look at it this way, right? He say he consuming fire, right? So when you turn around and look at it, he told you in Deuteronomy 32 that you kindled a fire in me that'll burn to the lowest hell that should never be put out. You look at the master, he put that fire in the master by putting him in the grave. So you don't think the master going to have that same burning fire when he returned because these sinners have kindled a fire to him that will never be put out? See, niggas talk a lot of trash, talk a little greasy. I don't care what a nigga say about me. I don't care how a nigga feel about me because I'm not the one you need to be worried about. You know what I'm saying? I can't save you nor damn you. You know what I'm talking about? Just the same way that man said in John chapter 12. He said, the word that I speak is not mine. You have one that judge you. And the same word I speak will judge you in the last day. That's what's going to judge you. The word I'm speaking is what's going to judge you. I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Nor do I care to do it. You know what I'm talking about? See, niggas got issues. I done told y'all this before. Niggas got issues because they want y'all to be how they want them to be. And they want his servants to be how they want them to be. Or how they feel like they should be. That's why that same picture we put up the other day where it say if Jeremiah or Ezekiel or Isaiah was walking, niggas say they too negative. Y'all done heard niggas say I was too negative. Y'all done heard he condemned people. Well, nigga, the same niggas you read about were doing the same thing. You know what's funny is Hamashiach walked around and told the people they were going to hell all the time. And not just the scribes and Pharisees. This man walked around and told these people that all the time. How you niggas skip over that? How many times did this say there'll be a wailing and gnashing of teeth? They'll be thrown in a furnace of fire. You know what I'm talking about? This man told these people that all the time. This man told all the scribes and the Pharisees, I'm going to kill all you niggas. And everybody that run with you, I'm going to kill them too. They don't want to talk about that. But at the same token, a wicked nigga will only hear the negative and don't hear the positive. Because it's not like the prophets just told what spoke about the judgment for sinners. They spoke about the judgment for the righteous too. But the sinners don't never hear the judgment for the righteous because they're not righteous. They don't have an ear for it because it ain't for them. If it was an ear for him, why you think he say what? What's the thing he say all the time? He that have an ear what? That means if you ain't hearing this because it ain't for you.
No, thank you.
That man say faith come by hearing and hearing come by Elohim. And Baruch is he whom thou have chosen to call to approach unto you. I mean, he didn't open your ear to get it. It don't matter if you sitting there listening to it. If he ain't gave you a heart to get it, it don't make no difference. You gonna burn. Quickly. Quickly. Why would you burn? See, niggas already had hate in their heart for the word. You know what I'm saying? They thinking like this here. See, that's what. See, I'm gonna tell you what niggas like to do. Niggas like to take their hatred for Elohim and push it on a man.
Man, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You really got hatred for Elohim. You ain't got no hatred for me. See, we finna read that in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 and 6. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no problem with me, my nigga. That's why I don't walk around got nothing in my heart to nobody. Cause I know I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Niggas better be lucky smoking marijuana was unlawful. It'd be even more good. Cause I would blow smoke in your face and be like, nigga, you need to do something with your life, nigga. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, we high, nigga, we getting money, nigga, we chilling. You know what I'm saying? Slug over here, nigga. Might want to get you a bag. You know what I'm saying?
Or a couple.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I've been telling you though. I'm just being honest with you, nigga. What I care for, nigga? We smoking good, we getting money, nigga. We serving all here, we just wait on the kingdom, nigga. What I'm walking around here with something in my heart towards another man or woman for? That's a weak emotion. It's two emotions I believe that are weak. Jealousy and holding and bitterness and grudges. That's weak. You know what I'm saying? Not walking around here with a grudge against a nigga for what? Hey, nigga, I ain't like what you did. It's all great. I don't mess with you no more. Mileage. You know what I'm saying? When I see you, we been all right. You know what I'm saying? You say, hey, boy, I'm doing that, boy. I got you, boy, all right. If I got it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't rock with you, though. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? And, oh, no. Jealous of another person? You need to check yourself. You know what I'm talking about? I done told y'all this before. Yeah, you can say nobody, but a man has no business being jealous of another man. Once you find yourself being jealous of another man, you need to go do two things. The first thing is you need to hit the feminine hygiene aisle and get you some tampons. You know what I'm talking about? Because obviously you bleed every 30 days. And the second thing you need to do is make sure you get enough toilet paper so you can wipe yourself when you sit down to pee. You know what I'm talking about? Because you have officially become a woman. All jokes aside though, you have officially become a woman when you're jealous of another man. The reason why I say this here because anything any other man can do, you can do. So you ain't got no business being jealous of no man. If you jealous of a woman, you are already a certified homosexual. You ain't got no business being jealous of a woman. Jealous of a woman? Huh? You ain't got no business being jealous of no woman.
I'm jealous of a woman.
And you ought to be shot dead if you jealous of a child. Because there are grown people who are jealous of children.
I would never even conceive a thought like that. Like,
well, I know it's usually women.
I think I've seen that.
I've seen it's usually women. Yeah. They're jealous of the attention that the child may receive and they don't get it. Then you have some men that be jealous of the child because they feel like they woman give more attention to the child than them. Then they end up. That's why some of these niggas beat these kids and end up killing them.
Because they done put the anger onto the child.
To the child. You know what I'm saying? It does happen.
That's extra. That's crazy, man.
It happens now. 50 and photo. I'm just trying to take it for real though. People, as sad as it is, bro, I have seen somebody. Bro, I seen a nigga be jealous of their own child. I've heard of people being jealous of their own child. I had a nigga come tell me a nigga got mad because somebody bought something for the kids, ain't buy them nothing. They like where they's at, and they were jealous at the children because they got something and they did. Nigga,
I see that on Facebook every day.
You grown. You grown. I ain't getting nothing. Go get a job, nigga.
And get it yourself.
Get a husband, son. Don't be jealous of the babies.
That's crazy.
Listen what he tell you. He said, he shall call to Shamahim from above into the Arats that he may judge the people. Remember, we started Isaiah 16. He said execution judgment, didn't he? He says, and gather my Kadeshim together unto me, that those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. And the Shamahim shall declare. Hold on.
Throw a little lavender on his face. Yes, I said it true.
You talking about Will?
So was that nigga pie or was that what I told him?
Alright, so are you ready?
That was on Puerto Rican pie.
So you see what he says that the Kadeshim is? It's the sanctified, right? Because we mentioned that he said he'll make war with the Kadeshim. Oh boy, they say, okay. And it's an evacuation zone too.
This Arlington?
Yeah, my cousin just told me.
A little water, that's it.
Yeah, it's an evacuation zone too. Because she said they need to leave. I mean, it might be because she stayed by the river.
Okay, I can understand that.
Yeah, she stayed by the river.
You said you hope they don't close that bridge?
It won't be tonight.
It'll be like tomorrow night.
You think tomorrow night?
Yeah, it might be. It could because the anticipation
The
of
storm reaches close enough to here Friday at 2 p.m.
yeah, they might be tomorrow.
Thursday night.
Oh. Okay. Like night or
So
afternoon?
yeah. So when you sit back and you look at, he says, gather my Kadeshim together and made a covenant with me by sacrifice. The Kadeshim are the ones who offered themselves to a Mashiach. They made their bodies a living sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? They crucified their affections and lusts and their emotions. You know what I'm saying? Therefore, this is what sanctifies them. Now we can look at Acts 26 and 14.
Just about Isaiah.
Yeah, we still holding Acts 26 and 16.
Absolutely.
Yes, I know she in the evacuation zone over there where we at probably is too. But rise and stand upon thy feet, for I have appeared unto thee for this purpose, to make thee a minister and a witness, both of these things which thou hast seen and of those things in which I will appear unto thee, delivering thee from the people and from the Gentiles unto whom now I send thee, to open their eyes and to turn them from darkness to light and from the power of Hashatan unto Elohim, that they may receive forgiveness of sins and inheritance among them which are sanctified by faith that is in me. Because Kadeshim just means sanctified one. So to become a sanctified one, that means you have to be sanctified by Mashiach. You said sanctify them by thy truth. Thy word is truth. And I have sanctified myself by the truth. They might sanctify themselves by the truth. So in order to be a Kadeshim for this man to make... See, niggas always screaming that they thinking they're going to make war with us because we're black.
Yeah.
But he just told you who he's going to make war with.
Who that?
Being a Kadeshim got nothing to do with being a seed of Yasharal. At all.
He doesn't.
Because he just told you what it was. They'll gather my Kadeshim together that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. So that means you done died with Mashiach. Like Paul told you in Romans chapter 6, you done crucified yourself with him. This is what you have done. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4. Verse 1. This is what this is what people not doing. Like I told y'all before, a lot of people, why I ain't got the Ruach? What do I need to do? You need to sanctify yourself by the faith that's in Yahushua. Keeping savage, head wraps, fringes, not eating pork, not wearing, that's not going to get it.
She was walking me to my nose.
And you can't tell nobody that's going to get it from you.
That's not going to get it for you. Because that means see, your faith was what should cause. See, most people here, let me not do this. But then they don't attach, they don't grab hold to the faith. So they sit back looking at that these behaviors is what it is. It's the same way when that nigga told me, that nigga snapped when a nigga asked who faith really on 100. No, speak for yourself, nigga. Don't try to project on the other people because your faith is not.
Your unbelief.
That others is like this. You know what I'm saying? Because I was asked not to speak about people losing their faith or this, that, there, and the third. If it don't apply to you, then it shouldn't even bother you. You know what I'm saying?
And you can't lose something you never had.
No, you can't.
Because if I remember correctly, the word says we are not those that draw back. And it says once you get a taste, you can't go
You're
back.
not going back. He said once you have tasted of the gift of Shamahim, it's impossible for you to renew yourself again to repentance. He said if you do this, now he talking about it actually, you actually received a ruach. I mean, say ain't no going back after that. See, a lot of people look at going back as going back in the world and doing the things that you used to do. But it's really dealing with your mentality. Some people may be hearing the word and say, I don't want to go back to the world, but you still lustful. And just like he said, you show much love with your lips, but your heart go after your desires.
That's something you got to work on. I don't think it's not.
It ain't necessarily something you got to work on. You either change your desire. To change your desires, you have to change your mind. You have to change your thoughts.
You gotta mortify your members.
You have to renew your mind. You can't think the same. You can't be the same
That's
person.
what I mean by like you have to actually. Because I mean, it's gonna be times where thoughts come up, but you have to be like, no, that's not.
I ain't talking about no thoughts coming up.
You talking about
Thoughts coming up.
You're talking about mentality.
Your mind has to change. See, there ain't nothing like, whoo, boy, I slapped fire from this nigga. No, I can't slap him.
Yeah. Because your mind's still in front of
You know
the
what I'm saying?
thought.
Oh, man, you know, I remember back in the day, boy, I smoked me a fat doobie after a situation like this. That's different than four fast, like I was telling you, niggas telling me, my mind is wicked. That means your thoughts are wicked.
I can't even really.
You know what I'm saying? That means you're thinking about doing wicked things on a consistent basis. Now, just because you don't do these things doesn't change the fact that eventually you will. Because he says it's not from without a man that defile him, but from within. Because from within men's heart proceed fornications, adulteries, murders, lasciviousness, evil eye, pride. This is where all this stuff comes. So you've been thinking about this. So your mind is already defiled. So there's no way faith can't even work in a mind like that. Because you have not removed that. Paul told you to bring every thought into the captivity of Mashiach. Niggas is not bringing a thought. That's why you end up, see, you sit back and look at, well, how could a nigga go 2-3 years and then go and do that? Because they been wanting to do it. They been wanting to do it. You just don't go pop up and do something. You've been thinking about that. Then when time and opportunity presented itself, and why the man say, Baruch to those who endure temptation, but when they're tried, they receive a crown of life. He said, when a man is drawn away and enticed, he's drawn away from his own. You did that because that's what you wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? You've been wanting to do that. All you need, that's why I told y'all that about a nigga just don't go to jail and become a homosexual. You've been a homosexual. You've been thinking about doing that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way, because I was in there when they said they been in there 15, 20 years, ain't never touched no man. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, what I want to touch a man for? I ain't on that. Nigga, I did not walk through them gates and say, you know what? I need some companionship.
Oh my goodness.
I'm going to get a man. But niggas, I've heard niggas say this, though. That's why I was telling you, if you don't do nothing on the street, why would you come in here and do it? Nigga, if I ain't smoke cigarettes on the street, I'm not coming to prison to smoke no cigarettes. Nigga, I don't smoke. So why am I get here and smoke? Nigga say you ain't gonna get no coffee, bro. Nigga, I don't drink coffee on the street, nigga. But a lot of niggas were getting on coffee because they were on stimulants on the street. So they just replacing one stimulant with another.
Cut that edge.
But all I'm saying is, okay, you got high, you trying to stay high. Okay, I can see you doing that. Nigga, I didn't get high, I smoke weed. You know what I'm saying?
Not the same.
No, see, obviously you niggas ain't never seen half baked.
No, I see.
Nigga say, I didn't use drugs. I smoke weed. I mean, say, I suck penis for cocaine.
No.
Say, I seen him too. Y'all know what part I'm talking about? Bob saying to me, he said, I suck penis for cocaine. He said, I seen him too. My man, ain't no man ever put his mouth on nobody's penis for no marijuana. I know some women have though.
No, I'm gonna say no.
Some women, maybe not men.
But I want to sit back and say, anything that a man does, when I say man, I'm talking about women too. You do it because your mind was already on it. It's like this here. It's a common saying that's known. A woman already knows within 5 minutes if she will have sex with a man. When she first meet this man, she'll know that if later on down the line, she gonna give him something. Straight up and down. She already knows if she gonna do that. It's just on the fact of, will he mess it up? It ain't even win, it's will he mess it up? Will he do something to make me not want to mess with him no more? You know what I'm saying? I'm dead serious about that. See, that's the difference. See, a man will hit whoever offers. Y'all know I ain't lying, because some of y'all done probably hit some ungodly creatures that you ain't want nobody to know about, that you still don't discuss to this day. You know what I'm talking about? You like this here, boy? Yeah, man. Nigga say, well, you ever hit a fat hoe? I don't know. Nigga say, no, you hit Big Bertha around the corner. Big, black, ugly hoe.
Lay down.
But a woman, if she any type of woman, she already know who like, I'm not finna snoop that. You wonder why some women that shut, why can't she ain't never intended on looking you now? You know what I'm saying? And if she already got it in her mind to give you something, you the only one can mess it up. Because it's already in her brain if she gonna do it. I don't care what nobody talking about. Whatever you do, it was already in your brain to do it. That's why I'm sitting to tell you, yeah, I had a period where I could have did a lot of things. It wasn't in my heart to do. That's why I ain't gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I could have had the built-in excuse. Yeah, you know, I was going through some things, man. You know what I'm saying? So I went ahead and go on and grabbed me a joint and smoked it. It wasn't in my heart to smoke a joint. I ain't want to smoke. Smoking this weed wasn't gonna make that go away. Sipping this liquor wasn't gonna make that go away. You know what I'm saying?
I can tell the difference.
Like, nigga, you know what I'm talking about? It was just all type of random hoes. They come away like, where you all come from? Like, saying that you can't come better than that? You got to come better than that. Like, nigga, what like I said, man, yeah, it say only for a minute, but that never lasts. It's only for temporary. I don't need no temporary feeling. What is a temporary feeling gonna do for me? Like I told you, man, when I was young, I smoked because I really liked to smoke. I knew smoking wasn't going to make whatever I was dealing with going away. So smoking, if I was dealing with something, wasn't the reason, because I was smoking if I didn't go through something at the same clip. You know what I'm saying? Because I already knowing whether I'm high or not, whatever I'm dealing with is still going to be there. So I'm not trying to run away from reality. See, a lot of people try to run away from reality. And people run away from reality in many different ways. Some people run away from reality by watching television. Some people run away from reality by daydreaming. Some people run away from reality by watching movies, reading books. Some people run away from reality by smoking, drinking, getting high, whatever it is that they do, because they don't want to deal with reality. So they like to craft a fantasy land. See, men don't craft fantasy lands. Only little children do that. Little children and little girls, little boys and girls come up with fantasy land and live in their imagination. Grown man ain't got no business dwelling in his imagination. Straight up and down.
Deal with the reality.
You're going to have to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? That's why some people call some people negative if they are realists, because they state this is what it is.
A lot of people can't handle that.
You nigga.
This is what it is. No, nigga, this is what it is.
It's just the reality.
It's just the reality of the situation. You know what I'm saying? Now I got to come up with, now how am I going to maneuver in this situation? The reality of the situation is we in sin and we going to die and go to hell. That's not being negative. What are you going to do to change that? You know what I'm saying? See, it's different if you're being negative and then you don't come up with a solution to correct the situation.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? If I tell you, hey boy, you messing up, boy. But then I give you the tools to be able to correct that. Now if I just say, oh, you messing up and walk off, that's being negative.
I'm giving you a solution.
I'm giving you a solution, a way out from that situation. Some people just throw certain stuff out. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was dealing with that, you just need to talk to somebody. Okay, I'll give you that there, because when you're dealing with that type of situation, average person don't know how to deal with it because you ain't never been around. Because I told you before, I would say about 70% of black people deal with depression on some level. Why wouldn't you not be? I know it's black folks out here suffering from PTSD. You know what I'm saying? Not even just slave. Stress syndrome for what they see and deal with on a day-to-day basis.
And they say that stress like that can be passed down in your DNA.
I wouldn't doubt it.
And that's why I say slave store, because when you look at the number of years, even before, I'm not just talking about here in America either, in general.
I'm talking about sitting back looking at jits that done seen 6, 7 of their peers murdered.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
In this city, that's what we grow up.
Do you grow up around that does something to
You
you?
go see that.
You know what I'm saying? And people don't realize it does something to you. It does something to your thought process. It does something. That's what I was talking about earlier. It does something with your perception of life. There were certain things, because we may have not had those experiences or had to deal with them directly, that you don't think how they think. So they don't even care about living. Like, I met a nigga, that nigga say, bro, I'm just happy to see 24. I didn't expect to live that long. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody in this room felt like they wasn't going to live to see 24. Because you wasn't in that environment where you felt like you wasn't going to live to see that. The way you literally thought, boy, it's just a blessing to see 19. It's niggas around here celebrating, not because they turned 19, just because they reached it. That was a major accomplishment in their life. You know what I'm saying? And we don't never really think that's, the niggas don't care about it 3 weeks from now. I'm just trying to get to tomorrow. Matter of fact, I'm just living for tonight. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm telling you, that's how a lot of niggas think. Because most of them ain't been exposed to nothing else. A lot of niggas ain't never been out their hood. You know what I'm saying? So they don't know about nothing else. So when you come to them talking about something else, them niggas usually resist. Nigga, you ain't talking about getting these hoes, getting this money, nigga, getting now, I don't want to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. It's hard work to chip away at the mentality. That's why a lot of them One West cats, that's how they get them. Because what they present to them young brothers in them environments, bro, they gonna latch on to it because they already mad.
Yeah. Angry. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They already got a lack of structure and a lack of family. So they see that and they gravitate to it. You know what I'm saying? They gravitate to it and they latch on to it. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas ain't showing them nothing else. It's a hard, like I said, it's a hard job to go around there and everybody's poor. You know what I'm saying? So niggas ain't got, they minds gone. Don't run up on a young nigga and he be like, yeah, boy, that's my 5th homeboy I buried this year. Nigga saying it's only August. Imagine how young niggas' brains is in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? These niggas dropping like flies. You know what I'm saying? And don't nobody say nothing. Like, okay, now, this ain't minimizing nor doing like this here, oh, let's deal with black on black violence versus the police dropping niggas. And that does something to black people's brains as well. But I'm just talking about what they seen in their environment every day. I'm not trying to, you know how most people say, well, what about? I'm talking about the minds of how could you deal with, you got 15 of your homeboys on a t-shirt. In the span of 2-3 years, you done lost this many peers. That do something to your brain when everybody around you is not successful. And the only nigga you see getting some money is selling crack or selling heroin. He got all the fine women and all this stuff. This is what you aspire to. Or them square nigga they said, because I see they better put a mural up somewhere across town or some nigga. I don't know who he is.
Look, Yachty.
I don't know who he is.
That nigga ain't in front of Bill.
I don't know who he is, they were clowning him. But look at that 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 1. I don't know who he is, but they were clowning him. He say, furthermore, then we beseech you, brethren, and exhort you by the Master Yahushua, that as you have received as you ought to walk and to please Elohim, so you would abound more and more. For ye know what the commandments we gave you by the Master Yahushua. For this is the will of Elohim, even your sanctification, that you should abstain from fornication. This is what he said, this will set you apart. But look at the key reason why. For every one of you should know how to possess his vessel in sanctification and in honor, and not in the lust of conspicuous, even as the Gentiles which know not Elohim. See, if you don't know Elohim, now this is just bigger also than just laying with somebody. You should know how to possess your body by not defiling it. You should be able to know how to keep yourself under control. Not like these people out here, not just, because truth be told, you can look at your own people who don't know who they is as a Gentile because you living like one. Just like he said in Jeremiah, he said Egypt, Ammon, and Edom are uncircumcised in the flesh, but Yasharal and Yehuda is uncircumcised in the heart. So you living like one. So you don't know Elohim. He's telling us we should not be like these people. Like we looked at Ammon, that inordinate affection and that conspicuous in his heart, that strong, overwhelming desire, got him killed. You know what I'm saying? But he's supposed to know Elohim, but in his actions he didn't. So you looking at this is the king's son. He's supposed to know the word. He's supposed to know the word. You know what I'm saying? How you supposed to know the word and you got this in your heart?
Christian, look at
Look at verse 7 of this same chapter. And what we got to hit? Go back to Revelation 12, correct? Yes, sir. For Elohim has not called us unto uncleanliness, but unto Kadesh. He therefore that despised not man, but Elohim, who have also given unto us his Ruach HaKodesh. When you look at Moses, when you look at Abel, when you look at all the righteous men, them people didn't have a problem with them. They had a problem with Elohim. Even when you read in 2 Chronicles 20, when they stoned Zechariah, they stoned Zechariah because of what he said. All he was saying was, thus saith Elohim. And that's what they hated. So let's go back to Revelation 12. And we still holding Isaiah 16. So when we see that about, hold on. Did we read the times, and that? We didn't read that in Daniel chapter 7 yet. Go back to Daniel chapter 7. We didn't read that. No, we didn't read it because I stopped at 22.
Okay.
Look at 24 though. Daniel 7:24. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall rise after them, and he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the Kadeshim of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time, and the times of the dividing of time. Listen to him. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion to consume and to destroy it unto the end. And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole Shamahim shall be given to the people of the Kadeshim of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominion shall serve and obey him. So send ye the lamb to the ruler. But you notice what he said he'd do? That he would smash these people for how long? A times, and a half a time. Or that's 3.5 years, Monte. That's what that means when he say time is a year, half a time is a half a year. So when you see other places say 1,260 days, that's them 3.5 years. So there'll be a 3.5 year period where this man is going to run amok, murking the set apart people of Yahuwah. Not just the whole earth, because the whole earth, he already tell you in Revelation 13, the whole earth going to go after this man, except those whose names are written in the Lamb's book of life. So if your name is not written in Shamahim, you were already going to follow this man. So when y'all willing, you alive, and this go down, everyone that you see following this man, you know that they were ordained to go to hell. You were already, if you know the word. See, this is what niggas ain't gonna tell nobody. If you know the word, then you gonna already know that nigga name ain't written in the Lamb Book of Life. His name ain't written in the Lamb Book of Life. His name ain't written in the Lamb Book of Life. His name ain't written in the Lamb Book of Life. Not because that's how you feel, but because he already told you this. He already told you this. This man told you everyone will go after the beast whose name is not written in the book. Ain't that what the book say? That's what it say now. That ain't what I said. So you see this man is going to go to war with you for 3.5 years. But now we go back to Revelation 12 and you see a segment. Because when we finish this Revelation 12, he say those that are left over, this man going to go to war with them. You know what I'm talking about? So that means a segment. So when we go back to Isaiah 16, you see a segment gets hidden. A segment. Hold on before we even get it. Let's just read Zechariah 14 because I don't want nobody to be scared now. I don't want nobody to be scared now about what's going to happen. Get Zechariah 13 and 8. I don't want nobody to be scared now. You need to know what's going to happen. Because if you ain't willing to ride and get murked, go ahead and just, hey, put your sword down. You know what I'm saying? Don't get you no rocks. Don't get out there on the block. Go ahead and get you a 9 to 5.
We make a money.
Zechariah 13 and 8. I'm just being real. If you ain't willing, that's what you tell somebody and they go to hustling. If you ain't willing to go up the road, go ahead and put the dope down and go and get your 9 to 5. If you ain't willing to go to the grave behind the word, then go ahead and put this brick down and go do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you might as well do. If you ain't willing to follow, if you don't actually believe, just go and set it down and do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Because it don't make no sense to go to hell holding this book. See, I could have stayed selling dope for that. You know what I'm saying? I could have stayed in the street for that. I could have just stayed living how I was living for that. I could have just said, hey man, I don't know what the truth is for that. Don't make no sense pick this book out to go to hell now. He said, it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith Yahuwah, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. See how you say 2/3 be cut off? You know that's what the One West doctrine is. The 2/3. But the 2/3 is not talking about 2/3 of the people getting killed. This man's already telling you he gonna go to war with the Kadeshim. This man's already telling you this. Well, the next thing he tell you now, and I will bring the third part through the fire and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried, and they shall call on my name, and I will hear them, and I will say it is my people, and they shall say who is my Elohim. Now I'm not telling you that 2/3 is not going to hell, but he say he gonna kill them though. I'm not gonna say the people going to hell. I ain't gonna say they not going, but he just told you that 1/3 left over, he gonna say that is my people. Well, what would cause him to be able to say you his people? Hold this and look at Hebrews 8 and 7.
So when on this part when it said refining them like fire and gold,
I'll show it to you in Daniel chapter 11. That's where it's at. He just telling you what Daniel told. I'll give you another witness for it. Just a moment. I was already going to hit it. You just went ahead and asked it. That's the same thing you're going to see by what we're going to read in Revelation 12. You don't get tried through the fire, it's getting tried through affliction. I got a couple for you. Just bear with me. He say, for if that first covenant had been faultless, then there should no place have been sought for the second. For then finding fault, he saith, behold, the days come, saith Yahuwah, when I will come make a new covenant with the house of Yasharal and with the house of Yehudah. Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Mizraim, because they continued not in my covenant, then I regarded them not, saith Yahuwah. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Yasharal after those days, saith Yahuwah. I will put my laws to their mind and write them in their hearts, and I will be to them a Elohim, and they shall be to me a people. This is his Kadeshim, which has made a covenant with him by sacrifice. And when he take that third through the fire and say, this is my people. You know what I'm saying? This third, see, a lot of them niggas that scream that, talking about, oh, you 2/3, nigga, you might be one of the people that's not his people. You know what I'm saying? Because you talk, and this is also showing you that 1/3, whether we be wake or sleep, we shall all meet him. For the dead of Mashiach shall ride first. This is a third that will be sleep. Now you got to remember, a third of our people is still a lot of people. And this is just talking about the people that are on the earth at the time of this man's coming. Because you got to remember, this man just said he going to wear out the Kadeshim, which means he going to be murky. That's why I say you can't necessarily say they're going to hell, and you can't necessarily say that they're not going. You know what I'm saying? Because we're looking at something that say he gonna murk these people. Daniel chapter 11 verse 30. And after that, Revelation chapter 2 verse 9. Verse 10 actually. See, in order to deal with, we talking about tabernacles, right? In order to actually get to this place, you got to be ready what's going down. Make it 32. And as such as do wickedly against the covenant shall he corrupt by flatteries. But the people that do know their Elohim shall be strong and do exploits. They that understand among the people shall instruct many, yet they shall fall by the sword and by flame, by captivity and by spoil many days. See that flame? Got to take them through the fire. See why? Now when they shall be hoping with a little help. And many shall cleave to them with flatteries. And some of them of understanding shall fall to try them and to purge, to make them white, even to the time of the end, because it is yet for a time appointed. See, that people at the end got to be tried, because if he said he's taking you through the fire, he's trying to get you right. Remember we read this other day in Luke 12, right? He that denied me before men, I will deny him before my Elohim. Well, what would you be denying him for? Because of that little horn that was speaking great words. See, 2/3 of these people going to be murked. He didn't say why they be murked now. You just say they'll be murdered. See, we lead up to Zechariah 14 where it's talking about the... See, no, like we were talking to the sister last week, nobody talks about what these people are going to do to us. Out of all the brews that y'all know, how many of them niggas really talk about what they're going to do to us? I'm talking about those that actually follow the man. It ain't many of them that talk, but they don't be... He going to gather... How many of them people actually talk about they going to kill all of us? Only thing they talk about is FEMA camps.
Jacob's trouble.
And then they say, we in Jacob's trouble right now. If you think this Jacob's trouble right now, wait till the real one comes. Because this man said this is like a tribulation since has never been seen on the earth. This is what Daniel told you. This is what Hamashiach came behind him and reiterated. This stuff that's happening to us, nigga, this been seen. Nigga, police been murking niggas. Nigga, the government been putting diseases on you, nigga. He said this is going to be something that no one has ever seen. that if he wouldn't have stopped it, nobody would live. Ain't nobody seen that before. That man say, if it wasn't for my chosen, nobody would make it. This man would kill everybody. That's rough right there now.
Yeah.
Revelation 2 and 10. I remember when the first time we talked about that, boy, niggas was in there shaking in their boot. Them niggas was scared. Scared for what? Joel told you he'd be the strength and hope of his people. Why you think that 1/3 said they gonna call on Elohim and he'll hear them and they'll say, this is my Elohim, and he said, this is my people. What set them apart is because they believed. That's the only way you're gonna endure that type of persecution and affliction. That's the only way you're gonna do it.
Otherwise you fold up.
You're gonna fold up. Fear none of these things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison that you may be tried. Ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. He that have an ear, let him hear what the Ruach saith unto the synagogues. He that overcomes shall not be hurt of the second death. That's why he say, be of good cheer, I overcome the world. That same stuff that this man sit back telling you they gonna do to you, they already wore him out. They already wore him out. They went and made war with him. And they spoke great things against Elohim because they were speaking against him. Oh, they didn't even sit back and realize he was talking about himself too. Because they spoke great things against him, man. He was right there. Do you know what I'm talking about? And they wore him out. Back to Revelation chapter 1. Still holding Isaiah 16.
Revelation 1?
12.
12.
Where we at? Verse 15. And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman, that he may cause her to be carried away of the flood. And the earth helped the woman, and the oak opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood, which the serpent cast out of his mouth. And the serpent was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of Elohim and have the testimony of Yahushua. Now when you sit back and you look at, he say 2 wings of a great eagle, that's in the Torah. Because he say, you see how I bear you upon eagle's wings, which is something I've been wanting to go into as far in the Hebrew with that particular verse in Exodus 19. I ain't going to go into it too tough right now at this moment. You know what I'm saying? But it's talking about his deliverance. So he's sparing a certain amount of our people away from this man. And it actually tells you where they'll be hidden at. In Isaiah 16, he's telling you where he's going to hide them at. In the land of Moab. Let's go back to Isaiah 16. We can wrap it up because the women ain't been paying attention. They're cheering around there, hollering, whatever case may be.
Oh, well,
That's right by the land. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, to the south. If my memory serves me correctly, it's to the south.
kind of near Egypt then, right?
It's right next to Edom, right above Edom, if I remember correctly, but it's still to the south.
Yeah, that's where it's at.
Moab in the south of Israel, to the right. Edom to the left. More to the right.
Now we looked at something right. He said, sends from the ruler to the land of Selah. And if I'm not mistaken, Selah meant rock. Let me double check.
Yeah, that would have said in my book.
So what would be this rock when he say send them to Selah? Well, from Selah, he say send you the lamb to the ruler of the land from Selah. Or from the rock, a place in Edom. Why would that be important? A place in Edom from the rock? Look at Isaiah 63, man. Send you the ruler. Gotta see why he said that. Yeah, that's what it say. That's what it say. That's exactly what it say. Isaiah 63 and 1. He say, who is this that come from Edom with dyed garments from Bozrah? This that is esteemed in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that tread in the wine fat. I have trodden the wine press alone, and the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in my anger, and trample them in my fury. And their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. For the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. This is what we look at in Isaiah 16. That's what you seen in Daniel chapter 7. That's what you also seen in Zechariah 13, right? But look at something in Hebrew chapter 9. So if he coming from Selah or the rock, that rock is in Edom. He said, who is this coming from Edom? Now we know where's Mount Olivet, right? Where that's at?
Jerusalem.
You know what I'm talking about? And that's where he say he gonna stick his foot upon. You know what I'm talking about? But also they gonna see him coming through Edom though. They gonna see him coming through there. That man don't want to talk. That's why I would mention I was gonna start Act 1:11 where it say the same place you seen him left from, same place he coming back to. Because Zechariah already told us this, which we gonna look at Zechariah in a moment.
Sliding down to the mount, sliding to Eden, smashing some niggas.
Hebrews 9:25. Nor yet that he should offer himself often as the high priest enter into the Kadesh place every year with the blood of others. For then must he often have suffered since the foundation of the world. But now once in the end of the world, he have appeared to put away sin by the sacrifice of himself. Now what happened to him when he sacrificed himself? Was he not covered in bloody garments? Because what did he leave in the grave?
This garment.
Which was what? The token of his virginity, right?
Yep.
Which is something that I was going to go through in Ezekiel 23, and most I will I do it tomorrow with them bruised teats. You done bruised your virginity. Where's the token of it at? You ain't got ain't no blood on this napkin. You know what I'm talking about? There was blood on his napkin. So since y'all sent me away in bloody garments, it's only right I come back and bloody my garments up with your blood. He said, it's appointed unto men once to die, but after this the judgment. So Mashiach was once offered to bear the sins of many, and unto them that look for him shall he appear the second time without sin unto salvation. You don't think these people we talking about fleeing from him, you don't think they ain't looking for him? Because they know this is their hope. That 1/3 saying, this is our Elohim, this is my people, they were looking for him. Those that in the wilderness, they were looking for him. Those that were willing to die when he went to make war with the remnant of a seed that were keeping the commandments of Elohim and the faith of Yahushua, they were looking for him.
We weren't looking for no law.
They were looking for him. Let's look at Luke 18:1 real fast.
That's it right there.
And he spake a parable unto them to this end, that men ought always to pray and not to faint, saying, there was in a city a judge who feared not Elohim, neither regarded man. Listen to him now. And there was a widow in that city, and she came unto him, saying, avenge me of my adversary. Yahoo, look here. Yasharal is a widow, right? Remember we dealt with that in Ezekiel 44, said that she could, that the high priest could only marry a maiden of the seed of Yasharal, or a woman who was a widow who had a priest before. You know what I'm saying? He said there was a judge in the city that didn't fear man nor regard Elohim. This beast is the judge in the city. He don't fear man nor regard Elohim. You know what I'm talking about? And he would not for a while, but afterwards he said within himself, though I fear not Elohim nor regard man, yet because this widow troubled me, I will avenge her, lest by her continual coming she weary me. And the master said, hear what the unjust saith. Shall not Elohim avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them? I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man comes, shall he find emunah, faith on the rats? Will he find this conviction? Will he find this belief? Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the things not seen. You can't see this man crack the sky, but do you believe he will crack it because he told you he would? This what this man say he's looking to see. Is he going to find this on earth? You know what I'm saying? Is he going to find that?
I'm not sure.
Is he going to find that? And you know something, when he get back here, he's not going to find that in a lot of people. And they shall be slayed right along with the wicked. You know what I'm saying?
It's everything.
Where I was at before that? Back to Isaiah.
How he left out of Edom?
He didn't leave out of Edom. He just coming back through them.
Oh, I thought you said he coming back to the same place he left.
Yeah, and that's Mount Olives. But then he gonna just be moving because he say come to Selah or that rock. So he gonna come around there and step on some mountains and eat them too. I'm coming through there.
It makes me think about what it says.
Coming
Esau
through
is
there.
the end of this world, and Mashiach the beginning of and Jacob's the beginning of the.
Well, that's in the Apocrypha.
Oh yeah, it is in the park.
That's in the Apocrypha.
That is. I remember that verse.
Yeah, Esau is the end of the world.
That's what they
Jacob
use.
is the
That's what they
beginning.
use to
in
say the white
second-
man to do.
That's in second Ezra. Isaiah 16.
Once they say the Gentiles the last kingdom, they say and Esau the man. They say the white man Esau like that.
See, we read verse 3, right? It says to take counsel and execute judgment. What do you think he means when he say he'll make thy shadow as the night in the midst of the noonday?
Made me think of that tree in Daniel, that tall tree that stretched.
Because remember, right, he was on the stake and he made it go at dark at noonday.
I'm finna say the noonday, it ain't nighttime. So that means he made it go dark in noon.
So look at Zechariah 14 and look what it did.
Boy, that's a strange thing, boy.
And look what he tell you he gonna do at the end. Zechariah 14 and 1. Look what he tell you he gonna do at the end now. Look what's going down. Behold, the day of Yahuwah come, and thy spoil shall be divided in the midst of thee. For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled, and the women ravished, and half of the city shall go forth into captivity, and the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city. Then shall Yahuwah go forth and fight against those nations as when he fought in the day of battle. That day of battle was against Egypt. You know what happened to them. That's when he said, once you do all this here, I'm coming for you. And his feet shall stand in that day upon the Mount of Olives, which is before Jerusalem on the east, and the Mount of Olives shall cleave in the midst thereof towards the east and towards the west. And there shall be a very great valley, and half of the mountain shall remove towards the north, and half of it toward the south. And ye shall flee to the valley of the mountains, for the valley of the mountains shall reach unto Azal. Yea, ye shall flee like as you fled from before the earthquake in the days of Uzziah, king of Yehuda, and Yahuwah Ma'alahim shall come, and all the Kadeshim with him, with thee. And it shall come to pass in that day, that the light shall not be clear nor dark, but it shall be one day which shall be known to Yahuwah, not day nor night, but it shall come to pass at the evening time it shall be light. That's why he said, go ahead and make it dark like in the noonday and hide my outcast. You know what I'm saying? Because this man told, that's why when dudes say, it doesn't literally mean the sun not's going to give its light and the moon it's literally going to do that. Because I have to put these fake lights out and let me enlighten it. So I'm going to make it go black.
When you see me, it's going to be that's.
He says, I use darkness or I use the cloud as my
cover.
my cloak.
That's his cloak. You know what I'm saying? And he coming back with what? Cloud. This is my cloak. But when I say but when I do like it was in the beginning, I say let there be light, then you shall know my judgment is upon you. Do you know what I'm saying? These people playing games, man. That man's not playing. That man is not playing. Come on back, man. Isaiah 16. So when you see, because we already read in Psalms 50 about him executing judgment. We just read in Hebrews 9 about him executing judgment. Hold on, Revelation 19 and 10. And we looked in Isaiah 63 talking about his judgment. That man said in Thessalonians, in 2 Thessalonians, Paul said this man is coming to judge those that know not Elohim with a flaming fire to take vengeance on them. You know what I'm saying? If we talking about tabernacles and booths, then we got to sit back and realize what's going to be going on as that time period approaches. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? When I sit back in here and you would be able to say if it's right or wrong, but I would say when vegetation begins to give forth its fruit towards the end, it's probably a real arduous process on them seeds and all that. They're probably going through a lot.
In order to form those seeds?
You know what I'm talking about? To produce that fruit, they probably going through a lot up under that ground.
Well, yeah, the root system is kind of, but it stops feeding everything else. The plant's not going to get any taller. Ain't none of that. It's going specifically to producing fruit.
You know what I'm saying? Now you sit back and you look at this here, man, when we going through all this affliction. It's the order to produce this fruit towards the end so this man can gather up the precious fruit of the earth like we read in James.
And that, for whatever reason, that makes me think about it's not any more longer about trying to grab more people in, but more, which is always the case, but more so it's going to be focused on
holding on.
Yep, and allowing that fruit to produce.
That's all it's going to be about. Because at this time, if they ain't already keeping the commandments of Elohim and had the faith in Yahushua, they're not gonna get it. It's gonna be over. That also goes into where there be a famine for the, you're not gonna be able to find it because this man is gonna be murking people.
It tells you that.
You're not gonna be able to find it. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't already got it, and he already stated that if your name ain't written in the Lamb Book of Life, you already gonna be serving this man. Anyway. You know what I'm saying? See, we get to the time point where it's gonna be like, boy, if you ain't got it, you ain't gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get it while the getting is good, because if you ain't got it, you ain't gonna get it. Straight like that. Nah, I ain't even really dealing with the foolish version because they weren't prepared. This dealing with if you ain't got it, you ain't gonna get it. Because they went to go buy and came back and then he got them. When we talking about when this persecution arrives, when this beast come up and say, I'm Elohim, and begin to teach against the word, if you're not already keeping the commandments of Elohim, if you have not already made yourself a Kadeshim and made a covenant with this man by sacrifice, you're not going to do it then.
You're not going to be able to then.
Because it said the whole world going to wander after the beast, whose name is not written in the Lamb's book of life. That means whoever don't wander after the man, that means they holding on to the word. So that means the word is only going to be manifested at this time as a testimony against these people. Because Revelation 12 and 11 say these men overcame them by the blood of the Lamb and the word of their testimony. They love not their own lives, even unto death. You understand what I'm saying? So this ain't going to be about we trying to win some souls at this time. You trying to win souls now. Because when this nigga show up, ain't no more winning souls. It's too late for that. Now it's standing firm. Now the temptation is going to come upon the whole of rat, which is following the beast. That's the great temptation that the master talking about in Revelation chapter 3, I'm mistaken.
And if you've been following yourself, you're going to.
Because he say he going to put this temptation to try the whole of rats. He say those that are his, he'll hide them from that temptation. So that's it. Niggas playing all the way over this here. Boy, if your heart is not set in the word and this temptation come, you going to follow it. You going to follow it. Niggas say what they want to say. I say it again. If you serve in sin now, if you alive, you going to serve the man of sin. I guarantee it. I put money on that. How could you not serve him? You already doing wickedly against the covenant. You already don't believe. That man said, I'll send you a strong delusion that you should believe a lie that you might be damned. You serve the beast and take the image. You serve his image. You take his mark of his name. You already damned. Ain't no repentance from that. So that's what I'm saying. Ain't no saving no souls then. This 10 toes flat, standing firm on the rock. Ain't no saving no souls then. Ain't no preaching no word to nobody then. Boy, if you ain't got this word laid up in your heart, you gonna follow this nigga. You gonna follow this nigga. Like ain't no way around that. You gonna follow this nigga. You gonna follow him. Because this man say he gonna be raw and make war with the remnant of her seed. Those that had the commandments of Elohim and the faith of Yahushua. You know how many Hebrews going to hell because they don't have the faith of Yahushua? Because we know they ain't keeping the commandment. Straight up. This is what he say he going to war with the Kadeshim. That means if you have not died to sin and died to your flesh, he is not going to go to war with you. Go to war with you for what? You ain't a threat. You going to follow me. That's why he said to execute judgment. Hamashiach coming back to execute judgment. He say, send ye the lamb to the ruler. Send him to his dominion and let him take it. Then he say, send him to Selah. Send him to Edom and round there and mash them niggas up. See, the blood that's initially on his garments is because I'm murking in Jerusalem first. Revelation 19 and 10. 19 and 11, I'm sorry. And I saw Shamahim open, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True. And in righteousness he doth judge and make war. His eyes were as a flame of fire, on his head with many crowns, and he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of Elohim. And the armies which were in Shamahim followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. And out of his mouth go a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, and he tread the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of Almighty Elohim. And he hath on his vesture and on his thigh name written, King of Kings and Master of Masters. Well, let's sit back and see him execute more judgment. Verse 20, 19 out of 5. And I saw the beasts and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. And the beast was taken with him, the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, which deceived them that received the mark of the beast, and them that worship his image. Those both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone. And the remnant was slain with the sword of him that sat upon the horse, which sword proceeded out of his mouth, and all the fowls were filled with his flesh. Remember, it told you in Daniel that he would break this man without hand. See, because I was telling Shayla this afternoon. It's a common saying, you know what I'm saying? We say it, you don't realize it because you've always heard people say it. That the Most High work in mysterious ways. but he really don't know. He tells you what he gonna do before he do it. You know what I'm saying? What seems mysterious to us or strange or hidden, because that's all mystery is a hidden truth. So when we say something is mysterious or it's a mystery, it's really you just don't know what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Like I was telling her, right? And you got a book for this. The Most High will separate righteous people from wicked people to save that righteous person to kill the wicked. You see that with Lot. You even see that with David. He separated David from Saul. See, you know the reason why he separated David from Saul? You look at Saul. See, Saul cared about the honor of the people and not the honor of Elohim. David had a desire to serve God. Let me cut you off from them. He did that with Abigail and Nabal. You were joined to a wicked person. Let me kill him to get you away from them. You know what I'm saying? This is what he do. You notice every time he severed a wicked person, a righteous person from a wicked person, he took that righteous person and brought them with another righteous person. He took that wicked person, put him with another wicked person. Then I just kill a whole wicked lot of you at the same time. You know what I'm saying? This is how he operates. To us it seems mysterious because nobody's telling us this. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know how he operates. See, people have in their mind how Yahuwah operates, but he don't operate how we think he operates or how some people think he should operate. Because people got it in their mind how they think that this man should move. This man move how he want to move. This man do what he want to do. That man say, who tell me what I'm going to do? He said, whoever came and gave me counsel. Who taught me knowledge? And then we try to tell this man how he should operate. Because we don't like it. Because you know what I go to? Your ways are not my ways. He said the way of Yahuwah is not equal. He said, no. He said, your ways are not equal. He said, I'll try every one of you. I'll judge every one of you and give you a reward according to your actions. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he said. That's what he said. That's how niggas operate. Because this man don't operate how people operate. The average person will not cut off a righteous person from a wicked person. They feel like, I can win him over. I can win him over. Y'all say, you win nothing over. You know what I'm saying? Get you from over there because I'm finna kill this nigga. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to kill you. Same thing with Jehoshaphat and Ahab. He said, if Jehoshaphat wasn't right here, man, he said, I would not even see you. I'd see straight through you. This is what he told him. He said, the only reason why you ain't dead is because he with you. The minute I get Jehoshaphat from around you, nigga, I'm going to murder you, nigga. And guess what happened when Jehoshaphat got from around him? He murdered him. He took him right on up out of here. Ain't that what he did? Man, don't play no games like that. So when you talk about when you live in your life and you notice certain stuff, even people who supposed to be in the word, you'll end up noticing something. And what you end up noticing is if you were joined to somebody in whatever capacity you were joined to them in, and their heart wasn't right with Elohim, he separates you from that person. You know what I'm talking about? And he usually directs you to somebody whose heart is like Elohim's. But if Elohim has a desire to kill you, he lets you stay with people whose heart is wicked. You know what I'm saying? And he lets you continually walk with them for the purpose of killing you. You know what I'm talking about? And there's many examples in this book which all of y'all have read at some point or another, which we're not going to go into right now at this time. But y'all know what I'm talking about. Monte might not know what I'm talking about, and Johnny might not know what I'm talking about completely. But y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. We'll know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Y'all done read stuff like that before him. He left him right there with him. Got slayed with him. You know what I'm saying? And that's where that part come in at when people feel like, oh, you in a cult, this, that, then the third. Because sometimes, I'm tell this right here. Some people have enough fortitude to go ahead and separate themselves from the wicked, and Yahuwah don't have to do it. You know what I'm saying? You have some that want to be, that are ordained to be saved, that won't separate themselves from certain people. So Yahuwah do stuff to cause you to be separated from them. You know what I'm saying? Because you can see that in the wilderness. They didn't want to lead them Egyptians. Some of them didn't. But he caused a lot of trouble to cause you to be separated from these people. He did certain stuff in the wilderness to separate the righteous that was supposed to enter in the land from the wicked. He caused certain things to happen. So I got to try y'all, because I got to get rid of some of you niggas. Because I can't let you poison this group over here, because that's mine over here. And that's what he do. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all that with a certain situation with myself, that I felt like that man was causing certain things to occur to keep me and that person away from each other. You know what I'm saying? Because if he wanted us to be near, you gotta understand something. If it's Yahuwah's will, it's not a force on earth that can separate you from anyone. You know what I'm saying? It's only two things where you know. If it's Yahuwah will to bring you to somebody, it's either for your damnation or your salvation. You have to be wise enough to know the difference. If you don't know the difference, you'll get caught. Isaiah 16. I'm finna wrap it up. (16 and 5), 16 and 4. Hey, you had got in trouble. You had got in trouble. Let my outcast dwell with thee. Why would you be an outcast? Because the whole world is going after the beast. That's what Revelation 12 is telling you. Moab, be thou a covert to them from the face of the spoiler. Who's the spoiler? The beast. For the extortioner is at an end, the spoiler ceaseth, and the oppressors are consumed out the land. We just read about the oppressor being consumed out the land in 19th chapter. He's saying, mercy shall the throne be established. He shall sit upon it in truth in the tabernacle of David, judging, seeking judgment, and hasting righteousness. Well, when is he going to? So you can see that this ain't the master in the wilderness with you. That man don't take his seat on the throne of David to the end. Till the end. So we see Revelation 16 ain't about you hanging out in the wilderness and Hamashiach straightening everything out. This is talking about the Kadeshim, that whom he chooses to hide. This is what Revelation 12 is based off on. Them being hidden from the extortioner and spoiler, while a certain amount be left over, and they be slaughtered.
Some get killed, some get hit.
Some get killed and some get spared. We'll read Revelation chapter 3, verse 10, I believe, and we'll stop right there. Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. I'll keep it going all the way to 13, though. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. That hour of temptation is the beast. You better understand and know that. Blessed is he that endureth temptation. For he that endureth shall receive a crown of life, which Yahuwah had promised to those that love him. This man is going to come try you. In that day, when the beast appears itself and exalt himself above all things that are called Elohim, and sit in the seat and say he Elohim, that is the hour of temptation which will try all men upon the earth, whether you will serve Yahuwah or not. Behold, I come quickly. Hold fast thou which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. Him that overcome will I make a pillar in the temple of my Elohim. He shall go no more out, and I will write upon him the name of my Elohim, and the name of the city of my Elohim, which is New Jerusalem, which come down out of Shamahim from my Elohim, and I will write upon him my new name. He that have an ear, let him hear what the Ruach saith unto the synagogues. Hallelujah for Yahushua. You go ahead. Y'all all right on that phone?